As summer holidays and the beach beckon, the perennial debate of sharks, and what, if anything, to do about them, inevitably surfaces. This week's final Senate inquiry report on shark mitigation and deterrent measures has shed some timely science that challenges some widely held myths. Here are 5 of the top ones addressed in the inquiry. If this were true, sharks would be lining up at popular beaches such as Bondi in Sydney or St Kilda in Melbourne. As the federal government notes, the majority of human shark encounters appear to be the result of a shark confusing the victim with its normal prey. Daniel Bucker, of the Southern Cross University, noted in his evidence to the inquiry, sharks are opportunistic, apex predators. If they approach humans, it is typically with caution. That is why a lot of the attacks are from behind, Professor Bucker told the inquiry. Of 180 species of sharks found in Australian waters, about 99% of fatalities have been attributed to just 3, great whites, tigers and bulls, the inquiry found. Advocates of shark nets like to highlight that of the 47 deaths from shark bites in the past 50 years in Australian waters, all but 2 were at beaches without mesh. But drawing a causal connection between the two is fraught. In his submission, Chris Pepaneff from the University of Sydney noted it is impossible to prove a snared shark would have bitten a human. In fact, the data suggests otherwise, with most sharks caught during periods when, historically, there were the fewest fatalities. Dr. Pepaneff also noted that 40% of sharks were caught on the beach side of the nets. Netted beaches in New South Wales, including those dating back to the 1930s in Sydney, have recorded 29 shark bite incidents. Better access to medical care compared to remote beaches may explain why fatalities at such locations are relatively few. Unless bays are enclosed, sharks can swim around, under or over nets. The northern coast of New South Wales, the centre of net controversy in the past year or so, also has nets on only about 1 kilometre of the 30+ kilometres of beaches around Bulia. Bycatch is one certainty, as shown by this week's snaring of non-target rays and a shark at nets near Bulia. According to the Taraga Shark Attack File, visits to Australia's beaches number at least 100 million a year. In 2017, it counted 17 unprovoked or 2 provoked attacks, with 1 fatality, in Western Australia. By contrast, 116 people drowned along Australia's coasts during the year to June 30, the federal government said on Thursday. That rough 100-to-1 ratio of drownings to shark bite fatalities is also noted in the inquiry report. Lifesavers rescued almost 11,000 people during the year. Rob Brando, from the University of New South Wales, noted 3 people had drowned in rips in the past 10 days alone. In the grand scheme of things, it's massive, Associate Professor Brando said. If more money was spent on lifesavers and patrols, you'd probably save more lives than are killed by sharks, he said. Nature imposes limits on the ability of apex predators, except humans, to reproduce. 2 decades of Commonwealth protection of great whites are unlikely to have resulted in a jump in numbers.